back to another episode of Bagged Milk. I'm your host, Brian Bridges, and this is episode 35. 35. We have done Halloween. Remembrance Day around the corner. But what's here right now? Mother fucking winter. Oh my God. Someone needs to change the calendars in Alberta because it says winter starts December 21st. Let me check my calendar. No, it's not December 21st. It's like November, early November. Remembrance Day isn't here. My Christmas decorations, not up. So why is winter here? Oh, because I live in fucking Canada. Not even Canada, Alberta. The rest of Canada gets to enjoy their fall at plus 20. No. Not me. Not fucking me. I get to sit here in minus 20. It's not minus 20 yet. I think we hit minus 15 so far as the coldest this year. But fuck, man. Did you see the posts I did on Instagram? If you haven't seen my posts on Instagram, go check it out. Bag Milk Podcast Instagram. Check my stories. The fucking snow we got is ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's no need of it. It's not like part of our, part of the way we live needs this snow every year, But no, that's not a case. It's not like we run, snow exports out here in Alberta. It's not like the rest of the world, Phoenix isn't ordering it up. I haven't seen the Saudis put in a call for fresh powdered snow. Maybe they want a fucking half pipe over there. Maybe they want to get in on the Winter Olympics and they're like, you know what? This is our year. Even though this isn't the year for Winter Olympics, but you know what I mean. Maybe they're going to start buying it up. You got to start buying early. You don't want to try to get on the pre-orders late. Pre-ordering snow now. Get your first 1,000,000 pounds at a discount rate. Especially in Saudi, you're going to need a lot of pounds. I don't know if you know this, but snow melts. Snow melts pretty quickly in desert climates. That's just the downside of snow. You know how there's downsides of selling oil? Well, downside of selling snow is it doesn't last very long. So it's rare. So prices skyrocket, to be honest. It doesn't last very long. It's more expensive than diamonds, to be honest. We mostly mine diamonds so we can crush them up into snow because diamonds are pretty common, to be honest. De Beers, the diamond company, one of the main diamond companies, they have stockpiles for lifetimes. And they just keep that at a low, what's the word I'm looking for? How come you guys never help me with the words I'm looking for? Like, fuck. I don't see it in the comments. I don't see nothing. I don't know. But De Beers keeps it and only lets out so many at a time. And that's how they keep the price of diamonds high. But realistically, those motherfuckers are as common as a Plainsy marble. Okay? Remember the Plainsies? Yeah, man. Or a little Purdy? Those little milky white ones? Common, man. Common. Everyone had those motherfuckers. Wasn't until you got into like the goose eggs later that you kind of got a little variety. But snow, There's only so many countries in the world that makes it. And it only lasts so long and then it's gone. That's called a rarity. So we need to sell this shit at like a marked up price. People that want clean water, sell them snow. Tell them to melt it off. Figure it out. Get the dirtiness out of it. That's not my problem. My problem is selling Canada's product at a premium price. That's my problem. That's my problem. I should be prime minister. Fuck, this country be so rich. We'd be running oil, selling snow to the Saudis. Imagine getting off the oil tit from the Saudis and then selling them snow. What better fucking way to be like, fuck you guys. Selling snow to the Saudis. My dad used to say, selling ketchup popsicles to a woman in white gloves. Dad could do that. He was an expert linguisticer. A lot of curse words coming out at the same time, but excellent linguister. Linguister? I like linguister better than linguister. Linguister? I don't know, man. It is what it is. Dad would always come up with these fucking sayings. Keep your stick on the ice. Sell snow to an Eskimo. Yeah, stuff and things. Dad was weird. Oh, he said one. When you try to eat stuff when we were kids, he'd be like, "You eat that. That'll put hair on your foot a bag long." Dad was famous for that one. Suck a bone. That's one of Dad's favorites. Apparently, when you say it back to him as a child, not so much a favorite anymore. Not sure why. Most of Dad's saying you couldn't repeat. Keep your stick on the ice was a good one, though. Keep your stick on the ice. He didn't even watch that much hockey. Keep your stick on the ice, though. Maybe he probably would have if he could have. He's a busy man. He's got a business to attend to. He's always on the prowl. You know how it is. You know how the business is. But yeah, Dad wasn't much of a TV watcher, I guess. He watched TV. He got busier in his later years. Weird. Dads always get busy. I'm busy. I'm a busy dad. Man, I get mad. No, I have been mad. I have been mad that when I was a kid, my dad wasn't there. But my dad wasn't there because he was off getting drunk. I'm kind of doing that to my kids, but I'm not off getting drunk. I'm off working. It's a difference, for sure. But at the same time, regardless, I'm not in their life as much as I want to be. And I feel guilty for that. I feel super guilty. But at the same time, what am I going to do? Right? Like, am I going to just stop working and not have a house and not have vehicles and not have food to feed these children? What am I to do? I have no idea. So I just go to work. And I do what I do. And I hope and pray. I don't pray. I pray to the Lord Jesus Christ Almighty that someday, hopefully they know. That's all I know. I just do my best. And hopefully someday they'll be like, hey, yeah, Dad wasn't there because he got to work his ass off because he had no help. And then maybe he'd be like, fuck, man, I need to do a job that I don't have to work that much in order to make that same amount of money and that level of comfort. I'm sure we could go down to an apartment a shitty fucking, a shitty fucking shithole of a house on the downtown side, and have neighbors that are junkies, and, teach the kids real values of being poor, I could do that for them. I have no problems being poor. None. None myself. Like, I could lose it all tomorrow and I'll be fine. Me personally, I'll be fine. My only heartache would be because of my kids and Danny. That would be my only concern. Like, these motherfucking soft fucks. They're going to have a hard time with this. And I got to take care of them. Such as me, such as a dad. I'm a good dad, I guess. But I couldn't care less. I'll lose every single bit of this tomorrow. All of it. I'll walk out of this house with this t-shirt, this hat, and this pants. And I'll be fine. Nothing. Take my vehicles. Take my house. Take everything. Take my jobs. And I'll be fine. I might have a bad day that day. If I lost it all that day, boom. Yeah, man. That would fucking suck. But I can get through that. That ain't nothing. I've lost everything before. Probably twice. And it ain't nothing. It ain't no big thing to start fresh. But what sucks is taking care of people while you're starting fresh. Me, myself, gravy train. Figure it out. Poom, poom. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Hard as a rock. My family, softer than fucking snowflakes. Like a bunch of Play-Doh. They're malleable. But it's kind of like that dry Play-Doh that fucking you start malleable and then they fall apart. And you're like, fuck. Just stick together. No, not this Play-Doh. Too dried out. Too dried out. That's what kind of kids and fam I got. They're soft. They grew up in comfort. That's my fault. So I'm like guilty of not being there and also guilty of giving them comfort. What kind of father feels guilty about giving their kids comfort? Me, apparently. Apparently I left this fucking heater going. Well, that's off. That got annoying right fucking quick, I tell you that. But yeah, I feel guilty. What kind of dad feels guilty for giving their children comfortables? Comfortables? Comfortables. I think that's Spanish. Comfortables. Keep them comfortable. Keep them comfortables. I feel guilty for that. Because now they're soft. They're soft as fuck. They're like little kittens. Little kittens that have been blow dried. They've been fluffed up. That's how soft my fucking fam is. I gave them all this comfort. Man, when I grew up as a kid, I got like a toy at Christmas. You know, that's how you got toys. Was at the gift giving day. You didn't get toys outside the gift giving days of birthdays, Christmas, Easter. That's it. That's the only time I got toys. These kids, fuck, sometimes I'd just go out and I'd purchase a quad. I'd just be like, here's a 4-wheeler. Why? I don't know. Why not? You need one. Who needs a 4-wheeler? Apparently my kids. Here, take it. I have the money. That's how they got spoiled. That's my fault. That's my fault. I grew up. They got to grow up in the time where I had a little bit of money. They didn't get to grow up in the times where I didn't have money. They would fucking lose it. They would be in tears. Fuck, if my daughter didn't get a Polly Pocket or some stupid toy every time she goes to Walmart, I'm pretty sure she'd be dead already. I don't get her those toys every time she goes. She gets shit from me. But somehow she's got a shit ton of toys. I don't know how she's got them. I don't know how. She's got more toys now as a 6-year-old girl than both my teenage boys do now in a total, I think. If you took all their toys and put them together, she has more. Why? Because she's a girl. Girls like more stuff. I don't give a fuck. Guys don't like that much stuff. Like, we like action figures and stuff, but none of our action figures. There is not a single Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or He-Man or, I don't know, wrestling action figure that comes with all these separate accessories. None. There is not a wrestling figure and I'm like, I need to get the boots. I need to get the belt. I need to get all these separate shirts and hats and fucking vests and... There's too much shit for girls, man. How come boys don't accessorize like girls? It's almost like they're different. It's weird. They just don't do the same things. That's for sure. I don't care if you believe in multiple fucking genders or 2 genders or 1 or we're all one. I don't know. At that age, they're different, man. I got girl, boys, and they're different. They're completely fucking different. Now, if one of my boys acted like one of that girl, I'd be like, well, he acts like the girl. I wouldn't be like, that's just him being him. Or would I? Yeah, maybe. I don't give a fuck about that stuff, really. It's just, do you. And don't fucking hurt the kids. Do you. Don't hurt the kids. And that's it. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck if you want. If you want your child to dress up, if your child wants to dress up as a cuckoo bird for 10 years of its life, fine. But don't inject cuckoo bird hormones into that kid until it's an adult. That's all I say. Let him dress up however he wants. Do whatever he wants. Who gives a fuck? Just don't hurt the kid. That's my thoughts on that shit. Did I have a joint rolled up? Fucking winter. We got so much snow, I couldn't see my feet. Why do you need that much snow? Like, okay, let's say we needed snow. Which I don't. I just kicked my camera. Let's say we did need it. Like, you just, for some reason, rain wasn't enough and we needed really cold water. I'm sure there's got to be a reason. I don't know, man. There doesn't need to be that much. Right? Like I said, most of it just melts away. So if we needed it, okay, then fucking collect it when it gets here. Do the rain barrel thing. Put up a bunch of fucking... empty parking lots are the best for snow. The best. Always have the biggest mountains. I had my kids at a Safeway last night. Climb the mountain. King of the mountains. That's where the snow's. Collect it, man. We don't need that much. There's no reason. Especially for me, I got to get new work boots because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Okay? And I have work boots that don't have laces. They're little slip-ons. Fucking right. Fucking right. You know how much time I save in a day by not tying my fucking fruity ass laces? A lot. Like at least almost a minute. Almost 30 seconds to a minute every time. And then at the end of the day, tying them. And then, halfway through the day, they fucking untie. So you're tying them again. Nothing. So over a course of a year, I'm saving hours. Not tying my laces. You guys are chumps. But I need new ones because these bitches are too big. So they're like flippy floppies. And they lift up off the back of my heel every time I walk. And it lets all that fucking snow in. It's like a little shovel for snow. It's like scoops up the back of it. This fucking snow, man. The only, I don't like skidooing because I've had bad memories. I used to like skidooing. It would be like skidooing would be like back in the day with my dad. He had an old Blizzard 5500. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a skidoo. It was a piece of shit because we were poor. This is what my kids don't understand. Even that dad had this, it was a piece of shit. Like when I buy stuff, it's almost always brand new. Because I grew up in a world where everything was used and a piece of shit. And I felt like, well, I have the money, I should get it new. But I shouldn't have. But anyway, I did. But I shouldn't have. But anyway. So Dad had used pieces of shit. And this skidoo, not an exception. Not an exception. We were all on this skidoo one day. I remember. We used to go behind it all the time. He'd haul us around, pull us on the toboggan. We'd throw ourselves off in a fit of fucking fun. Fantastic time. Snowboard behind it. Not real snowboards because you can't afford them. Not with those metal edges. No. These plastic pieces of shit that you just find for $10 or something. Not a real snowboard. Never. I haven't seen a real snowboard until I was an adult. Okay? But he'd pull us behind. We'd throw ourselves off for fun. Holding a rope. This time, we were behind, I believe, in a toboggan. We were either behind on the toboggan or just watching. But I believe we were in the toboggan. And Dad was going, we're cruising along, and he hit a bump. Boom, boom. And when you hit a bump, he flew up. And the cool thing with this piece of shit skidoo is it's the piece of shit. So Dad and my sister were on there. My sister's the youngest of the family. She might have been 6 at the time. Might have been. Probably a little younger. So Dad has her on in the front, running the controls, helping her, pretending she can drive. She's got her hand on the accelerator, but he's steering. Hit this bump. Boom, boom. Dad flies up. Bad thing is, seat isn't attached fully. Dad comes up, comes back down, hits the seat comes off. Unfortunately, my sister's still holding on to the handlebars. So when she comes up, and then she comes down, seat's already gone. Dad's already gone. She's still holding on to the accelerator. Yeah. And not only is she holding on to the accelerator, she's heading for the trees. Holy fuck. So we're screaming. This machine is so loud. It's a piece of shit. And it's so loud. And we're screaming. Let go. Let go. And she died that day in those trees. Fuck. Couldn't believe it. No, she's fine. She's fine. She lived. But holy fuck, we were so scared. I remember that. Piece of shit. Skidoos. This is what we grew up on, man. Pieces of shit. But I don't like it. I don't like the skidoos. Even when I used to drive by myself, I jackknife those bitches all the time. Where's my joint? I would jackknife them. If you don't know what jackknifing is, Well, then you've never driven a Skidoo, you've never driven a truck, and you've never watched professional wrestling. A jackknife, straight in, pretty much. Maybe on an angle, but you go in. So I go in to the ditch of snow, and you lose the front end of your Skidoo, and it sucks. You gotta dig it out, you gotta pull the tracks. Skidoos are heavy, especially as a kid. Your dad gets mad at you. He might fucking smack you upside the head. He'd be like, what are you doing, you stupid piece of shit? I'm like, I don't know, man. This piece of shit Skidoo. He'd be like, no, it's your fucking fault. I'm like, oh, okay. And then you just don't drive Skidoos anymore. You just say, fuck them Skidoos. I don't like them. But the only thing I have coming out of good as snow is like snowboarding. I like snowboarding. That's my mouse. I don't mind snowboarding. That's good activity. I teach the kids. I teach the kids after I teach it myself. And now I'm basically pro. Anything I do teach myself, I'm basically pro at. That's pretty much a given. But that's the only thing I like about snow. Snowboarding, going down the hills, I guess. Sliding. That's like snowboarding. You can't jackknife a slide. You can't jackknife a snowboard. You can go off the trees, but once you're good, you're good. But like skidooing, you can be good and you're just going along. Jackknife. Doesn't matter. You can be good or not. I guess if you just stay on trails, that's not the fun of fucking skidooing. It's like having a four-wheel, a quad, and just staying on trails. Like, no, I want to go into wilderness. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of the Skidoo. But they make it so you can only stay on trails and stuff. And you got to buy permits. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't even like Skidoos. You fucking jackknife them. Holy fuck! Did you see that? Holy fuck, a fireball just came out of this fucking thing. Hope I caught that on film. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, why is that so high? Holy fuck. I just filled it up. Maybe that's why. I had it high from the low times, and now it's the high times, and you don't need it so high. Full power. When low power, you crank it up, try to get more power. Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You hear me looking at you? You hear me looking at you, dog? Fuck. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Bag Milk. Bag Milk Podcast. Bag Milk Instagram. Bag Milk Facebook. No Twitter. Should I do Twitter? Do you guys do Twitter? Let me know if you do Twitter. Hit me up in the comments if you do Twitter, and then I'll think about it. If you're cool enough to be on Twitter, maybe I'm cool enough to be on Twitter. I don't know. I like my Insta, though. This joint's not even fucking lit. All that fucking power of the flame, it's not even fucking properly lit. Fucking fuck. Look at that. Fuck, I hope I caught that fireball on film. Holy fuck, that's tight, bro. Why do I roll a joint so tight? Tasty though. That's relaxing. That's nice right there. Man, I woke up today. I cried. I woke up today and cried. What kind of bitch wakes up and cries immediately? I didn't wake up and cry immediately. But I woke up and I read this story and then I cried. I legit fucking cried. I couldn't believe it. I got so choked up. I couldn't even finish the fucking story. I got choked up. I was like, why? Why are people like this? Like, so many times I say, I love people. And then there's also times of like, I fucking hate people. Today, when I read that, I was like, I hate people. Why are we like this? Why are some of us like this? This man in Calgary, not Calgary, not Calgary, it's Calgary. Calgary themselves call themselves Calgary. So if a city calls themselves that, there's no other name. You don't get to decide their name for them. If their name is French and Soulavi, then you call them Soulavi, not Solviz or whatever. I don't know what Soulavi means. Just making it up. So it's Calgary. It's Calgary Flames. When they say Calgary Flames, they say Calgary Flames. They don't say Calgary Flames. They don't say Calgary Flames. It's Calgary Flames. So this man in fucking Calgary, this piece of shit of a person, not a man. Not a man. A piece of shit. Not even a piece of shit. Like, a piece of shit is a compliment to this fucking scum. This scum. This guy killed his 6-year-old stepdaughter. Now, there's been plenty of child murders before, but this one really fucking hit me hard. I don't know why. And I don't even like it now. What happened was this piece of shit had her in a corner. This scum of the earth, this fucking vile puke-faced cunt had his stepdaughter in the corner and then waited for her mother to go in the shower so he could go over and punch her in the head. And then when he punched her in the head, the daughter dropped. And he looked at her, Dad, and she said, "I'm sorry, Daddy," because he's seen how pissed off he was. And then he said that enraged him even more, and he brutally beat her to death. Why? Why is there people like this in Earth? We're worried about politics and this and that, and you got people like that walking around. This guy needs to be beaten to death. Like, this isn't jail time. There's no rehabilitation. He just needs to be taken and beaten. I can't get over anyone hurting a child, especially one that looks up to you and apologizes that you're even mad at it, and then you still beat it to death. Oh, fuck. I was so mad. I'm so mad now. I'm almost choked up just talking about it. But I had to let that out there. I don't mostly talk about shit like this. But I mostly don't even read shit like that for that case, because I know how much it'll affect me in my day. But this one I read, and fuck, man, it hit home. If you see or know anyone treating children badly, unfairly, say something, man. These kids, they don't have much people. They think the way they're being treated at home is probably the way other kids are being treated. So they don't speak up because they think everyone's being treated the same. I thought other kids were being treated the same I was. They were not. There was definitely better treated kids. So if you happen to know someone, even if that's your buddy, and he's not treating his kids good, fucking smack your buddy. Fucking, if you see violence, anything that could hurt these kids down the road, fucking smack your buddy. Who cares? I don't know. Or at least stay in that buddy's life so you can watch these fucking kids. And if they get too bad, call someone, man. Get those kids out of there. Because I know if you smack your buddy, well, then you don't even maybe you don't get to see the kids anymore. And then you don't even know what's happening to these kids. It could get worse. They could be hit into being more quiet. You'd be like, how dare you let my buddy see that I fucking hit you? You fucking piece of shit, kids. You fucking hide better. That happens. So, call the cops or something, man. Call something. Do something. Say something. But don't let those kids go. If you see kids being hurt and you don't say shit, you're laying your hands on them too. That's all I gotta say about that shit. Fucked up child abusers. I couldn't. Fucking kids. Sorry, that had me so fucking choked up. I don't even know people. I don't know people sometimes. I try to get to know them, and the more I know them, I'm like, Jesus, fuck, man, there's so much good, and then there's so much dark. You know what I mean? I guess you can't have the good without the dark, though. You can't have light. You can't have darkness without the light. Like, if it's always light, then what is it? It's not. It just is. You have to have both. And it sucks. Seems like the better people get, the worse. It's like the spectrum don't get smaller. You would think it would get smaller. And just people start treating each other. But it's like the better people start treating other people, the worse other people. And it just keeps getting worse. Like the high end of the good, and then the high end of the bad just keeps getting a high ender. There's like people just trying to one up each other on the goodness scale. And then we're over here, well, no, not we. Other people are on the other end trying to do the badness scale. Like, oh, fuck, that guy murdered his kid. I bet I could murder 2 kids. It's a never-ending fucking cycle of, I don't know, man. That's Earth, I guess. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to the simulation. Do you think it's a simulation? Man, sometimes it makes me wonder. Because just the way we're so different. And yet, we've all come from the same fucking spot. All the same peoples. Like, all dogs come from wolves. Okay? So a Chihuahua is a wolf. Was a wolf. And they just bred it to be smaller and smaller and smaller. And they just kept breeding the smaller dogs together till they got a fucking Chihuahua. And you breed all the, the brown and black dogs together, the big and solid, and you fucking keep breeding those together, and you get a fucking big-headed, you get the big head, oh, you got a big head, oh, you get a big hind leg, Rottweiler. Boom. You just keep breeding, but they're wolves. That's the same with us. It's just all Homo sapiens. There was different homos around. There was like 5 or 6 of them around at the same time. And we killed all those motherfuckers off because we hate people. No, I don't know. We killed them all off. But we killed some, and some others killed others, and we ended up at the top. That's the way it was. But we're still all Homo sapiens. The blacks, the whites, the browns. We're all fucking shades of brown. It's just some people are actually legitimately closer to the sun. Some people move to areas where it's mostly cloudy, so you don't get that much sun. And then some people moved around, and then you just adapted to your climate and area, and you don't need that much color in your skin, and the color in your skin actually blocks out some sun, and blah, blah, blah. It's all the same motherfucking people. Like, I hate this whole fucking politics. The election's finally over, man. How many days did that take? 872. No, I'm reminded of the woman from Titanic. 84 years ago, it fucking felt like forever. I honestly thought Trump was going to take it. I don't care who really takes it. Economically, I'm more conservative, I guess. Socially, more democratic. Or what do we call it here? NDP up here in Canada. Liberal. But I bounce around from side to side. There is no in between. There is no. If I was a piece of shit that followed a party, oh my God. No. If your party is the only party, like everyone's like, oh, okay, Donald Trump's racist. He probably is. He's probably an old man that's probably racist. But so's Joe Biden. He's an old man that was racist. He said he didn't want his kids to be, when they talking about putting the schools back together, unsegregating the schools. He's like, I don't want my kids to go to school with no jungle kids. He said that. He don't like the blacks, but he likes the blacks now because it's political. But I mean, he's a 70-year-old man. He's probably said some racist things back in the day. And to pretend he didn't is ridiculous. It's all politics. We're all the same. So voting in a white president, black president, they don't care. They're just doing it for politics. Their skin's their skin. They've been living that way. You think they're doing it for you because they have the same skin color. No, their skin color is politics. There's no skin color in politics. It's just politics. You're either in politics or you're not. And if you're in it, skin color don't matter. But you have to be in it. You have to believe the nonsense they tell you. Or you're not in it. So for like Kamala Harris, she's black. She's Indian and Jamaican, but she's not more for black than anybody else. Everyone, like, see a lot of black. Woo! First black female. Bro, do you know her policies? She's been well known for keeping minorities in jail with no proof. There's been large organizations that's been trying to take her down because of her long-standing history of keeping blacks in jail. Like, even if there's DNA evidence, she's like, nah, we're not going to admit that. This motherfucker's staying right where he is because I made the case, and too bad, so sad. It's all smoke and mirrors. She don't care. She's just a politician, man. I hate that. I hate that politicians get away with using the race card to benefit to them. And their race is politician. It's not black, white, Chinese, Jamaican. She doesn't care about that. She's just a politician. That's her race and species. It's whatever is the Democratic view that day. Sure. That's going to sell? Sure. If all of a sudden the black people were like, we don't care about black rights anymore. And she'd be like, yeah, me either. Whatever you care about, I care about. And that's all politicians, both sides. Not just Democrats. Republicans the same. That's what they don't care. They're like, well, it's just, we can't care about the same things you care about. That's all. Straight party. So if you follow a straight fucking party line, you're psycho. If you're a card-carrying member, you're crazy. There's no one true party. That election was fucked. That election, I find it really weird. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this just for a second. just for, I'm a complete fucking moron, but just listen to this for a second. Now, Obama was probably one of the most hyped up presidents of all time. Correct? We can all agree. Even if you don't know his politics or anything he did, good, bad, nothing. Hype, Obama had it. You might not know any other president in the world, in history. You knew Obama. He had the most votes ever in the history of elections. Right? And that's to be expected of a hype that Obama portrayed. Fuck, he had the largest attendance, inauguration, all these things, all these celebrities, right? Now this year, and Obama was a perfect gentleman, right? Everything you wanted in a president, blah, blah, blah. I have no idea, good or bad. Obama's a great man, sure. I have no idea. Now this year, you have what some people labeled a racist versus a pedophile. Okay? So you have a racist and a pedophile. And you have these two men both achieve more votes than Obama. Than the most hyped up president of our modern era, a pedophile and a racist, achieved more votes than that guy. More. A lot more. And both of them. So, isn't that weird? Like, I get this election was probably important for a few, but apparently it was important for everyone. Now, a lot of people are going to not see that side and just be like, our side won, and that's it. But it was fucking close. And not only was it close, it was so important that they made a rapist, or a racist, potentially a rapist, and a pedophile their number one candidates and showed the world that these two people are important to America. These two people are more important than any other president we have ever voted for in the history of the United States of America. These two are it. So, either the Americans are idiots, because why would anyone come out in droves to vote for a pedophile or a racist? Regardless if the election is important or not. Or it's just a big fucking fake of a fucking show anyway. It's all numbers, smoke and mirrors. It's like American Idol on the grand fucking stage. Even if they don't know the winner, say they counted the votes. And it's Biden. But what if it was a shitty drawing? They're like, oh, fuck no. This sucks. This election sucks. They just pump him up. Who knows? Who cares? Oh, yeah, the biggest fucking draw ever. The racist and the fucking pedophile. I don't know, man. It just seems weird that the racist and the pedophile are now the two most important people in the American history. Obama was number one, highly voted, highly regarded, highly wanted. And now your two most highly wanted people is a racist and a pedophile. Now, obviously, Joe Biden is also a racist. He's old. He's white. He's not that he's racist. He's probably said some racist things, and he's believed certain ways for a majority of his life before he was educated. Those don't just turn around automatically. It's all a shit show anyway. Trump's going to file lawsuits everywhere. Like I said, I don't care who wins. Economically, Trump was good for Canada, I guess. Economically, Biden might also be good for Canada, just in a different way. It's all teams, okay? And all they care about is whose team gets paid this year, or this quarter, or this 4 seasons, or whatever. That's all they care about. It's, okay, well, your oil team's not going to get paid this year. Well, my green team digging up all the mines and lithiums for these fucking batteries, which is also doing environmentally damage, but no one cares because it's a different team. My team gets paid this year. Okay, man. Same environmental damage, just different team. And so it looks different. It's all different. It's just different teams. Unfortunately, Trump got labeled a racist. If he hit a black Republican, it might be a different story. But there hasn't been. Well, there has been, but they're not very good. They're pretty bad. I got to be honest about that. Like Candace Owens, joke. Come on. Anyway, enough about American politics. It's a fucking joke anyway. The whole fucking system's a charade. And it's just, I don't know. I don't even know what it is anymore. It's going to be awesome to watch the next season. I tell you that, though. It's a super new country, and it's fun to watch. You gotta think, it's not been around thousands of years and perfected out its way. 250, I don't know, 300, whatever it's been. It's not that old. Blink of an eye. Blink of a fucking eye. It's over. Biden won, but it'll be a long road to fucking get him there. Fuck, man. Has Halloween since been over? I had to get Danny to hide all the fucking candy. First day I came home after Halloween, I had to get Danny to hide the candy. I'm such a piece of poop. Like, I shouldn't have to hide the candy. I should be like, just see it. And just be like, no, don't eat it. I'm not there yet. I don't know, like, if people think I'm there, or if people think, like, I got this down, or, 100% on my fitness and nutrition, but I don't. I know it up here, but, my belly still likes certain things. And so my eyes still like certain things. I'm still fresh. So it's still still get those aches. Honestly, I got something in my eye, honestly. Fucking annoying. Honestly, when I did do drugs, hard drugs, and I quit them. Hold on. When I did do drugs, hard drugs, and quit them, I could see them earlier and not have it affect me. Know what I mean? Like, I could see them sooner and not have it affect me the way sugar does. Like, fuck, man. After I quit the last time and I said I was done, I could crush up a pill for someone a week later and not even have a fucking urge. Maybe 2 weeks later and not even have an urge. And now, if I see candy, especially in the house, if it's outside, that's fine. That's always been outside. But when it's in the house and easy grab, and that's what I'm accustomed to, is that easy grab, easy fucking, and peel and pop, pop. Especially that fucking Halloween treat. Slice, throw in a fucking quick chocolate bar. Damn, homie, get that sugar rush. No. No, it's too easy. I don't know, man. Something comes over me. It's like that urge. You know what I mean? You feel like that should feel like for drugs, but it didn't. Well, it might have sooner, but it didn't. But this is like I'm going on months, and that fucking candy, bro. Whew, brings it on back. And every time I tell someone how addictive sugar is, they're like, "Yeah, I know, it's pretty addictive, eh?" You have no idea. It's fucking crack cocaine, man. It's worse than crack cocaine. I've done crack cocaine. It ain't that addictive. It's pretty addictive, but sugar is that's why your guts, when you don't eat every 3 hours, it's not because you're fucking hungry. It's the sugars. And you're coming off sugar. You're a junkie. You're a little junkie. He's sugar junkie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I don't care. You don't need to eat that many times a day. And it's because of the sugars you feel like shit. I don't care if it's fruit. I don't care if it's semi-healthy. It's still sugar. Especially if it's fucking shit, though. It's going to feel way worse. But if you eat 3 times a day and you're like, oh, if I miss that meal and I feel squeezy, it's the sugars, bro. It's the sugars. I don't feel queasy ever unless I eat sugar. Like I eat at the end of the day. OMAD. 1 meal a day. Takes me I eat for 2 hours at the end of the day. And I love it. I sit there and I prepare my meal. I chop, if they're not, but it's always freshly chopped veggies, freshly cooked proteins, eggs, chicken, ground beef, whatever, pork, don't matter. And then fresh veggies and oil, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Fuck. I have it all in one meal. And I just keep eating until I'm full. And then it's all fresh foods, all whole foods, almost all the time. I had the odd rice cake with a little bit of jam on it, but even that jam's double fruit jam, no preservatives. It's all fucking, everything I eat is pretty fucking healthy now. As much as I can, a jam, I don't need jam, but if I do, I'm going to get the healthier jam. I don't need peanut butter, but when I do, I'm going to get the peanut butter that's just peanuts and salt. Adam's peanut butter. It's fucking delicious. I get my milk. It's either almond milk or Joya, which is ultra pasteurized milk. The lactose is taken out, so it's easier on the stomach. It's a higher protein, lower sugar alternative to milk. Better. Everything is better. There's not one food I think I take in that's not improved. Now, the odd time, I try on my days off. I try not to through the week slip up, but the odd time I do, and mostly on day off, though, I'll just let myself just have sugars, man, and have a carb day. That's fine. But on the next day, that's when my guts are upset. Come noonish, that's when my stomach starts gurgling. On the next day after a day off that I've done that, it's all the gurgles and it's you gotta eat. No, that's not what it means. That's not what that means at all. Actually, the gurgling is your stomach trying to remove the excess shit that built up in your stomach. That's shaking the walls. That's what that is. That's not means you're hungry. But then you get queasy, get almost seasick feeling, and it's all from the fucking sugars. I don't know what to tell people, man. When I say sugar is addictive and you absolutely don't need it to live. Most of the time they'll agree. And then they'll be like, well, except for fruit and sweet potatoes and grains and stuff. And I'm like, no, none of that. You don't need any of it. Like, you don't even need fruit. Fruit's great. Like, that's the only reason I eat fruit is like it's a nice sugary treat. And berries specifically have brain properties. Especially golden berries, top of the list. I love golden berries. And if you love fucking sweet treats, you'll love golden berries too. It's like almost like if you put them in a salad, it's like almost a Sour Patch Kid style, man. It's like a sweet and a sour. They're almost my favorite. Golden berries, raspberries, blueberries. Fucking bangers, buddy. Bangers. Every time. Fuck, I eat good. But people don't believe me. Sugar's addictive, man. Addictive as shit. And you gotta hide that shit around my house still. If you got candy in my house, get it out. I got mad at Danny last night. She's a little bitch. She fucking... okay, day off's coming. Little bitch. This day off's coming. And so I was like, okay, I went out. This is my day off because this is when I record my podcast and this is when I eat my carb. So imagine pretty much every time that I have a podcast, almost every time, there's odd times I do it on a work day, but almost every time, this is a day where I'm just going to be fucking, I fucked. I fucked. I'll tell you about that later. And then I'm going to be fucking eating shit. I'm going to try to, like today, I'm going to eat shit, but listen to this little bitch. So she went out. And she knew, she's like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm going to get us a little ice cream. We'll get a little tub, and then we'll share it. Whatever, as a fam, right? A little bit. A little treat. She's like, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Because usually we go out and we'll get Ben & Jerry's. I'll get a Ben & Jerry's for everyone. I'm like, treat, whatever, yeah. But that's fucking expensive and retarded. So I was like, okay, we're just going to get a tub, and we'll share it. She's like, yeah, that's a good idea. It's a little cheaper. Yeah, that's a good idea. You're so smart and beautiful and sexy and handsome. You're the greatest man of all time. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Thank you. And so I went to the grocery shop. And I got the ice cream. I let the kids choose. Sky and Lincoln. Nicholas wasn't there. He's with his dad. And I let them choose. I put in a vote. I didn't let them choose. So fucking crazy and get stupid flavor like vanilla or something. So I picked out a bunch of flavors. I said, choose. So they chose. And then I picked it. And I bring it home. And then I opened the fucking freezer to put it in. It was the flavor they picked was actually, I gave them choices of ice cream. And I said, this one's frozen yogurt. And I said, this one's sherbet. I had one sherbet picked. They chose a frozen yogurt, black cherry, and with like chocolate pucks or something. Sounds delicious. I opened the fucking freezer to put the ice cream in. I look inside. There's 2 tubs of fucking ice cream in there. A Ben & Jerry's and another Ben & Jerry's style Kit Kat espresso. What the fuck is this, Denny? Oh, yes, I forgot. I got those for us as a treat. Oh, yeah, you fucking forgot that you got us extra ice cream. And then when I told you I was specifically going to get us more ice cream, you conveniently forgot about the last 2 tubs of ice cream. So now I got extra tubs of ice cream in this motherfucking house. I don't need that shit. I don't need extra crack in the house. A little crack's fine. You know? 80-20, 90-10. That's, 90-10 is good split. If you have a day every fucking 10 days where you're just like, whatever, it's fine. Actually, 6 and 7, that's where I'm at. It's like 85. So if you have a day where you just eat your cows and you just don't worry about it, you don't have to stay, you don't have to eat your veggies and just your protein and whatever. No, I just eat carbs. Carbs are fucking delicious. There's a sugar, candy, and they're basically a dessert day. There's no good carb. So it's the desserts. It's dessert day. I don't have desserts all week. And then I just save them up for one day. And then my body burns them off because it's fast as fuck. Because OMAD. But this motherfucking bitch bringing all this sugar in. I had to tell her today she is no longer allowed to bring any new sugar products into the house. I keep telling her. She keeps thinking she's doing me a favor, getting me early treats. I think she's just trying to keep me fat. She's trying to kill me. She's like, this is the only way I can't trick them anymore. She's got to buy me sugar. So she's not allowed to bring in no sugars. I'm the only person that can bring crack into this house. If crack's coming in, Papa's the only one bringing it in. And it'll be in controlled quantities. Everyone gets their own, well, not their own serving of crack, but an appropriate serving of crack. There's no reason the kids need as much crack as the adults, is there? No. So they'll get the appropriate amount of crack. And that's it. No more, no less. And Papa will be the drug administrator. Administrator? Administrator. Administrator? Administrator. I don't know, man. Whatever. Who cares? Fucking going on long anyway. But I had to tell you before we fucking shut her down, because I brought it up, I finally got it in. I've gotten it in a few times now. It's actually been a little bit. And it feels fantastic. It feels fantastic. I don't know if you've never had sex and I'm just rubbing it in. But buddy, it's like going home and all your friends are there. And you just had no idea. And they're just at the airport. And every single person that you like, whether you thought they liked you or not, they're all there cheering for you and then give you the biggest hug. And you don't even know why or care. He's just loving on you. That's what it felt like. That and a slip and slide. Woo! Fucking good. So finally back. It's not as back as often as I'd like, but at least we can get in there safely. That's a big fucking weight off the shoulders. So that just also means things are healing up. That's the biggest real reason, is it's all healed and things are getting there. She still gets fucking worried. I think she's just being a pansy, but whatever. It's in there. Papa's happy. And that's all I got for this week. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. Leave comments on the YouTubes. Leave your reviews on your podcast platform, whatever you're listening to, Spotify, Apple, Anchor, whatever, man. Whatever. Just do stuff. Engage with me, homie. Engage. I'm here. Look how easy I am. Do you think I'm worried if you reach out to me? No. Come on. Let's go. All right. You guys have a good week. I'm out.